Go, Matt.
Welcome to the Ramblecast with your good friends Jack, Nick, Chris, and myself. My name's Matt. Here in Franklin, Indiana, not Ohio. Birthplace of aviation. Welcome to the show, people.
So Indiana's now the birthplace of aviation?
Yeah.
I slid Ohio in there, didn't I? Anyway.
Well, yeah, sorry for that
slow
delay in the intro. I was reading old reviews on the Married Man show the other day, and one of them was like, they're so stupid they can't even get through their intro without screwing it up. which was the point of the whole intro, but
it's part of the charm.
No, that was actually what it was. It was to make Dell mess up during his when he was saying it. But
well, we still do it to this day.
What are you going to do?
Professionalism at its best.
Yeah, we are professionals. We are professionals here. We got a lot to talk about today. A lot to talk about.
Lot to talk about until a little bit later in the week than we're used to as well.
Yeah, we just couldn't get together on a time, but now the Survivor's open. I have another day open in my busy schedule. So
good. Worst season of Survivor ever?
No, I don't think it's the worst. I think the ending was pretty cool.
Okay, I didn't. I'm on the last hour, so I don't know if officially won yet.
Then I won't spoil you any further.
How many seasons of Survivor have there been?
There have been 36.
36 seasons of Survivor, and I have somehow evaded watching one episode.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
Chris, I feel like you and me are not only just Franklin brothers, we're Survivor brothers. I feel like Survivor went on for 35 seasons too many, but I hate to kind of spoil Jay and Jack's fun on this.
Yeah. I mean, there's some seasons that are like, wow, that was really good, and then there's some like this one where nothing whatsoever happened.
Well, you only had two people who were really playing the game.
Right. Well, I felt that they really blew the concept, like the whole Ghost Island thing.
Oh, Ghost Island was a joke.
It was a joke, but I thought early on, I was like, I like the fact that you're bringing back like old idols, but what should happen is every episode will go to Ghost Island and they will get either an idol or an advantage or something. And they can't tell anybody, but everyone that's there knows they got something.
Maybe they should have brought like Kelly Clarkson back.
Yeah, Clarkson.
These are just words to me. You know, when I think of like Ghost Island, I think
have you heard of Kelly Clarkson?
Bring out some relics, that have haunted spirits in them. Let the people wear these.
Do you not have TV in Indiana?
Yeah, we've got TV. I know who Kelly Clarkson is.
This is like just words to me. Well, it's words to anybody.
No, I guess just the Survivor talk. Chris, come on. Can you either back me up or just dump truck out of this thing?
No, I mean, I never got into it, never watched it. And it was just, it didn't appeal to me at all.
It's a Tom Brady of TV shows.
Really?
Yeah, that's what they say.
What is The Simpsons then? The Joe Montana?
Well, if you want to go for greatest of all time, I guess. But
I don't know if we're saying greatest of all time. That's putting a lot on The Simpsons. I mean, you heard about this whole Abu thing?
Oh yeah.
Anyway,
it's getting to the point that we won't be able to podcast anymore.
I'm surprised they haven't shut us down.
From some of the stuff we said.
I've been on pins and needles ever since I heard that Maggie had. Did I spoil it? That someone called in to the show.
She called twice.
That's how long the message is.
Yeah, I don't know if I haven't listened to the calls. So I don't know if they're one long call, or should I guess I should play the first one first and the second one second, just to be.
No, play it. Yeah, play it in reverse. Why not?
That doesn't matter. We're not used to having phone calls anyway, and it is what it is.
I just
play a call in reverse, and she's actually Satan.
Yeah.
Well, some would say that anyway.
Never. Never.
Why are you blinking? Why are you winking at me?
That's just his face.
Who, me?
Which one of us?
I get it.
Yeah, thanks for. I know these words are just words to you. These are just words. We don't have words in Indiana.
You're not gonna let that one go, are you?
No, we don't have words. We just look at each other and go, "Can you hear me?"
I was just trying to describe my feelings about Survivor, and
We communicate by facial expressions.
just have hieroglyphs here.
I'm in pain. I have a cat stuck to my face.
It did leave a bit of a kind of a mark there.
I figured it would. Yeah.
It's better than it could have been. It's better than it could have been, though.
True. I didn't lose an eye. So thank goodness for
Matt,
glasses.
you finally finished Cobra Kai. Do you want to give us your quick review of Cobra Kai?
Oh, we're going to Cobra Kai Corner right now?
Yeah, right. We're going right for it. And you're going to have to do it verbally. You can't just do facial expressions.
Well, I want to strike first.
Okay.
I want to strike hard and show no mercy because that's the Cobra Kai way. Am I right, Chris?
You're right.
Truth.
And
I mean,
that's the guy that's the innocent guy.
You guys were initiated, and I know I'm slow. You know, a lot of people have said that I'm slow to coming around to these shows that you guys watch. But
wait till you start watching Survivor.
I know. Chris, you want to podcast about it? We'll start from the beginning.
Yeah, we'll do like a Survivor retrocast.
Yeah, retrocast. Like, we have no clue, and all of these people will be guesting and being like, oh, you got away. Rupert hasn't showed up. And we'll be like, who the hell is Rupert?
Rupert, that's like 8, 9.
I know.
That's a good way. It's a good way. It's long ago.
Well, if we're starting from the beginning.
It'd be Richard Hatch.
It's like midway. Yeah.
Okay.
And Rudy.
I think Rudy's going to win it all.
You should see Chris's face. He's still just blindsided by this. Anyway, Cobra Kai was awesome. Lived up to the hype. I was worried actually going in. I was like, come on. Like, what if...
How could you be worried when we all three said it was great?
I don't know. I just was, I had my apprehension, but I was bathed in the fire that is Cobra Kai. And it was enjoyable from start to finish. And I just want more now.
Don't get it twisted. It was the best fucking TV show of 2018.
And Chris, who has said very little today, just F-bombed the show. There you
go. I was worried that I was going to do that with
Chris. Chris just Johnny Fairplayed the show.
All right.
I don't know what that is.
He's from Survivor. We did an interview with him, and he has he's interesting takes on life.
Okay.
He's the one that he said they had every year they have their family come at some point, like down to 6 or 7, and he had his grandmother dying, and his grandmother didn't die.
Yeah, his brother, or his
some friend of his, a wrestling guy.
Yeah, came to visit him, like later in every season, family can come see him, and it's like a big emotional. It's actually my least favorite episode of every season.
Because you have no soul.
Exactly.
I think that's how you and Matt are on the same page. I'm the same way with Nick. I got 6 more days to go. I think I've been this far. I can handle another 6 days without seeing my family.
Yeah. Well, no, it's because if I'm there to play a game, I'm there to play a game, and it would throw me off my game to switch gears like that.
Who would you bring? Who would your guest? Would it be your mom?
No, I think I would purposely choose just a friend instead of an actual family member because I wouldn't want to get emotional.
Pick me, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it would. It'd just be like some friend. I'm like, hey, good to see you.
And Chris would be there. I don't even effing watch this show.
Yeah,
right.
Wait, what are you trying to survive from? Like, what is this crap?
Yeah.
Why are there torches everywhere?
Thanks for the trip to the island, Nick. This is awesome. I can get a tan.
Where's Kate?
Yeah, where's Kate? Where's the cable that goes out into the water?
Actually, that was funnier than what Kevin Hart said yesterday on Survivor. But anyway,
I forget where I was going with that
now. Family members, or not one.
Oh yeah, that's what Johnny Fairplay did because they was trying to use any situation to his advantage. So his friend came and basically told him that his grandmother died. And he was on the cusp of getting voted out. So when his friend told him that, he broke down crying. He was like, my grandmother died. So they didn't vote him out out of sympathy.
And also he ended up winning that challenge.
Yeah.
So I should find out more about his dead grandmother. And I guess what we found out during the interview, I've spoiled the interview, he started that on like day 1, talking about his grandmother, how important it was to him and all that stuff. So he was fueling it from day 1. Yeah. Anyway. Matt
yeah.
Cobra Kai.
Matt Cobra Kai. I don't know. I've been blindsided by all this Survivor talk. I just keep thinking. Does that happen at the end of it?
Ho.
Just like Jay.
I'm in there too. I'm doing something. I don't know.
Chris, I'm reaching out to you, Chris.
Now, were you disappointed that Johnny did not put anyone in a body bag?
Oh,
put him in a body bag.
That would be really kind of a cool call out, though, because we're going to get a season 2, obviously.
Well, what's his name became that? Hawk became that character, right?
Yeah, for sure.
He became the body bag dude.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed seeing his transformation, and even a lot of the other students. And totally, there's those moments with Johnny where you're like, "Oh, did you have to say that? Did you have to go there?" You know, but
come on, lip.
Well, you guys can't see it.
It's right there.
Yeah,
but he was doing it to make him mentally tough.
Yeah.
And I really, even though I saw some things coming, some twists and turns coming, there were other parts that I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's cool. You know, or I thought this might go this way, but this is going this way. I mean, even though it follows Karate Kid, the original, obviously, it riffs off of that and has these other echoes that work. And I'm so glad that the casting was such a really great, believable cast, you know, with who was in the show, because I felt like they stuck true to the original actors. They didn't have to kind of say, well, we don't want this guy or we don't want her again, you know, and it honored, I think, all of what has come before with Karate Kid in a way that was just, I don't know, just really enjoyable. So
I didn't know that one of the original Cobra Kai guys was Steve McQueen's son.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know the character. He's like one of the 4 or 5 guys. He's one of the guys that gets his butt kicked by Miyagi, I believe. But he's Steve McQueen's son. Because I looked at the
skeleton guy number 3.
Yeah, skeleton guy number 3. But no, he's got he's. Is it Dutch?
I think I would bet it was Dutch. Yeah, because Dutch looks like him.
And I saw the name McQueen. I go, I wonder.
Apparently, I was watching some interview with both of them, Daniel and Johnny, and during the original film, they were not allowed to talk to each other. None of the Cobra Kai and Ralph Macchio, like they kept them separate. Because Ralph Macchio was learning Okinawan karate, and the Cobra Kai is taught in Korean karate.
Oh.
Which I didn't know that, which I thought was interesting. And also, 2 of the Cobra Kai were method actors, and so they genuinely hated Ralph Macchio like the entire film. And like, you know, whenever they saw him, they would yell at him and like threaten to beat him up and all this stuff. So it was really interesting.
So you're saying these 2 guys that were with Cobra Kai were bullying Ralph Macchio?
They were method acting,
but their method was to be a bully.
Yeah.
I'm kind of shooting apart your whole theory that Danny was the bully in the first one.
He is the bully in the first.
He's not the bully.
Did you not watch episode 8 or 9 where Johnny is clearly saying, like, I was just hanging out with my guys? You know,
I saw that part.
Yeah,
I saw it.
You know, and this guy comes on and just starts hitting on my girl. What am I supposed to do? Then I'm rolling a J in the toilet.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Come on.
I think what I like is that there is a duality to both characters, and in a way, like kind of how Heat works. You know, like you have to have both of those. Yeah. Those 2 characters, those 2 strong personalities, like having.
There's a movie nobody talks about anymore.
What's that?
Heat.
Oh, Heat.
Al Pacino.
Yeah.
De Niro. Maybe the last great Al Pacino De Niro crossover, right?
Yeah.
But they're both like 90 now, aren't they?
Yeah, but I mean, what else have they been in after that?
Meet the Parents.
Meet the Parents, yeah. Meet the Walkers.
Yeah. Was De Niro, was Pacino in that?
Oh, no. You mean together, right?
Yeah, together.
Dustin Hoffman, and he kind of looks like Pacino.
That's not a standard. You can't just sub them. Well, subbing in for Pacino is Dustin Hoffman.
He's a great actor.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, it's not like you're bringing in some nobody to sub in for Al Pacino.
But the thing, Dustin Hoffman did not make Matt's list of top actresses, though, which is a crime.
I said so at the time. I said,
I dropped it.
No Tootsie.
I almost had put Dustin Hoffman in there, but I dropped him for Swayze.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, that's ancient history.
You're saying how I didn't know they kept the Cobra Kai people and Johnny or Danny apart. It's funny how some movies like Animal House did that.
Yeah.
And
because Kevin Bacon always complains, he goes, "Yeah, I wanted to be with the other guys, but I was stuck with the boring guys." He goes, "Yeah, they're partying, they're having all this stuff, they're tearing apart everything, they're having a great time every night, and we're doing nothing." So anyway,
I also like how they honored Pat Morita's character,
Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah, Mr. Miyagi. So I liked that episode. So
Arnold from Happy Days.
Uh-huh.
I like that they drink together. So I liked that whole,
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So
I was going to say, I don't think Miyagi was drinking with Danny in this episode.
I could see them like there being a kind of a threat that they both kind of join forces with, against in season 2.
I'm pretty sure that's how season 2 is going to go.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. You wonder about that because that's how I was seeing it before the episode 10. I was like, oh, like eventually they'll probably open up a dojo together and kind of blend the two styles or whatnot because you can see where both of them. Daniel's clearly not happy, even though he's successful in the auto industry. That he's still passionate about karate and he wants his daughter to
and bonsai trees
and bonsai tree. Yeah, he's still that's part of who he is. But that's what you wonder also about him.
What a water waster!
He'll kick the drink right out of your hand.
You wonder if he got into the auto industry because of Mr. Miyagi, though, because he took care of his cars in the first one. So you wonder if that's
a good point.
I hadn't even thought about that. Yeah. And he didn't touch any of the cars at Mr. Miyagi's.
Yeah.
So, which was cool.
They were nice cars too.
Oh yeah.
Wax on, wax off.
A lot of great call outs. I like that they were still kind of like a little hung up over the girl, like that there was a little bit of a mutual, like
Daniel was stalking her.
Yeah. Like that they both were kind of like, they didn't like the guy that she was married to just out of spite.
I think that's everybody though. I mean, I don't think I've ever had one girlfriend that like, you always will see a picture like 10 years later and you're like, and it just brings back like everything that happened.
You could have had me.
Yeah. And then you look at, you look at people and you're like, you married that guy? That guy?
I don't know. I mean, I get what you're saying and that's a total way of seeing it. But there's been girlfriends that I've had that I've seen who they've ended up with in their life, and I'm always like, yeah, good for them. Like they're,
Well, I mean, yeah, you're happy for them, but there's still that little bit. That's
I guess maybe because I'm just very comfortable in my own marriage at this point, so I'm not really.
Is your wife listening?
Yeah. Mauser's nearby.
Mauser's is nearby.
You better say the right thing, Matt. Of course, he's not talking. He's just giving you facial expression.
I was just getting to that point.
Dad.
So thumbs up on so we all agree Cobra Kai is a must-see.
Absolutely.
It was the ghost sleeper dark horse of the year for sure, and that
the Stranger Things of
because every time I saw something for Cobra Kai, I remember thinking like, oh, this is like gotta be a money grab, just something silly.
It's gonna be terrible.
Yeah, it's gonna be terrible. And then
again, I thought it was just a joke. It wasn't until Chris said something. I go, it's real.
I was even trying to convince my dad to watch it, which I mean, he'd be like, "What YouTube? What? I don't know about this YouTube."
So one thing's for sure. So now I'm currently in the middle of a YouTube Red, or they're calling it. I think they changed the name to YouTube Premium.
Premium, yeah.
I'm still currently in the trial.
Me too.
And I'll tell you, have you noticed something different when you go to watch YouTube on any other occasion?
Well, there's no advertisements.
No ads.
Yeah.
You don't have to skip the stupid ads. That might be worth it.
I don't know. Like
for all of YouTube, yeah.
I was.
I mean, if you're watching concerts and stuff, sorry, go ahead.
But you know how I was hoping, how like if you like type in some old 1970s or 80s movie and they'll be on YouTube, I was hoping that you could watch all those for free as well, because you'll see that like paid to watch, I don't know, Karate Kid. Because like I don't see the there's no benefit though really to keep the.
Well, you can now listen to or have a YouTube video playing in the background now, so you can actually like on your phone, for instance. So let's say you want to listen to a concert or an album that's on YouTube. You can now minimize it, and it will play in the background, which is a feature that's only available for YouTube Premium.
Oh, nice! That has always been the holy grail.
Now, how do the people that are making money on YouTube videos, how are they going to get paid if there's no commercials?
Well, you're paying
subscriptions.
You're paying $10 a month for YouTube. So
okay, so if okay, that makes sense. Because we're up to like 40 subscriptions for our Ramblecast one.
I started because, like, if you look at the YouTube Red, it's a little bit of false advertisement, because I was like, well, maybe I'll cut the cable and just do YouTube Red and the Sling TV, because it said, like, I was looking at the channels, it said these channels available on YouTube, but they're not really channels; they're subscriptions to their live stream, which is not always up to date. And I was like, so it wasn't really an incentive to stick with it.
Well, I will say that one nice thing about the YouTube is that it will also
the YouTube
is, well, just through the app it'll go through the Google Chromecast, which I happen to have a Chromecast, and very many, like, I don't know, like you can't do HBO through it, you can't do your iTunes through it. So there's few apps that you can really cast through that, but the Google Chrome, you can do the YouTube through. So,
yeah, it's funny. I used to have like an Apple TV. I still have it connected to my TV, but I don't use it anymore. The TV that I gushed about or on the show a few months back has everything loaded on. Right, so it uses the Roku operating system, so it has HBO, YouTube, all of those apps.
As an Apple employee, shouldn't you want to say, hey?
Well, that's fine. You can do what you want. But I have all of those apps.
As an Apple shareholder, I'd rather you
4K.
say, hey, keep that Apple TV. Because we use Apple TV probably 90%. We're just waiting. We have 2 more months, and we can cut. We're cutting the cord. We're just see ya.
I'm constantly tweaking my antenna to get better reception. So that's an Indiana thing, I think. No, it's okay.
It is nice though, Chris. Like if I hit the input button on my TV, same thing. It shows HDMI 1, 2, 3, whatever. But
Matt has left the building. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It goes to Netflix, Prime Video, Hulu, Sling, Roku, Vudu, all these YouTube Red. So it's like everything you need, and you just click on them, and if you have a subscription to it, there you go.
Yeah, the only thing that my TV doesn't support from a streaming perspective is iTunes. But it's all right. I mean, I didn't own a lot of video content on iTunes. I would rent through iTunes, but you can still do that through other means as well.
Yeah, I did that for a little while, where you get the code and you put it in, you can stream it wherever. But it's all because there's so many. It's like, oh, you have to go to Universal website to do these. You have to go to Paramount to do these. And it's like,
Well, the good thing is that the newer new TV OS for Apple TV, for those who still use it, they now have like a single sign-on. Not all carriers support it, but like I know Verizon. I have Fios. I remember when I had cable TV, it wasn't supported, but you were able to like log in to your Fios account, like right through the through your iCloud, and set up your TV settings, your login password and everything. And so if you had a carrier that wasn't Verizon, so like maybe like AT&T, Uverse or whatever, once you've logged in, you're good. It's just a universal TV login for any of the apps. But
can you imagine someone who died in like the 70s, who was used to 3 channels or 4 channels, whatever we had growing up, coming back today, and how complicated it is for TV, how many different options it is for TV, and we're still complaining there's nothing on TV. And it's like that song 500, was it 500 channels and nothing's on, or whatever the song is.
What's crazy though, it's like I don't even watch TV anymore. Like there's nothing that I watch that is like the things that I watch that are scheduled are streamable. Yeah. So it's stuff that's on HBO, it's stuff that's on Netflix series. It's I'm not watching any like what's on Fox or what's on ABC on a Wednesday night at 8. I have no idea. Like I haven't.
Modern Family.
Modern Family's on 9.
Great. No, don't care. You know what I mean?
Just letting you know.
I'm making a point, right? Because
Modern Family is a huge sponsor of this show, but that's okay.
Good. Good for them. They're lost. Like I couldn't care less. Like I'm not going to sit on my couch at 9 o'clock and watch TV. It's not part of my lifestyle anymore. I don't care.
But you don't have to. You just DVR it.
Well, that's my point. I don't even have a DVR. Like I don't need to. I can watch anything whenever I want to, if I care about it enough to watch it. You have Hulu, you can watch it whenever.
Yeah, it's true.
Chris has got.
I would probably cut Hulu, except for the
what's that?
The shows you can watch.
I said Chris has got a God complex going on about TV.
No, it's just weird. I can remember not too long ago, like back when, even like 5-6 years ago, or let's go back to Lost, right? So 8 years ago, like you knew where the hell you were going to be.
Oh, totally.
At 8 o'clock on a Thursday night or Wednesday night, whatever the hell it was on. Like you were at your butt was on the couch. You were sitting down. You're going to watch it live. You're going to watch this TV show live. Because
you didn't want to get spoiled.
Exactly. As I say, Lost was one of the only few shows, even back then, I still watched live.
Yeah, but that was the end of it. Really,
yeah.
I mean, you didn't need to sit down at a time to watch a show.
You know what I was thinking about recently about Lost is the very end of Lost, where like the episode had just ended, and you were like. That feeling that you got right after the episode was over and you were like, and then you got that breath of just like little snippets from the next episode. And then immediately you were just like on the internet, like dissecting it and digesting it. And it was just like this, I don't know, this feeling of like unwrapping a toy or something like that. It was just like this.
Well, that's what they always said hurt the shows that would follow Lost. They'd always try and put the show to follow Lost as a good lead in, but people would, like Chris is saying, and like you just said, you weren't sitting on the couch at 10 o'clock watching you were on your computer hearing what else, a podcast, whatever it was, whatever everyone else was saying.
Idiots talk about it twice a week.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yep.
That's what's nuts now. Just now that Chris said that, I forgot about that, how you did one immediate and then you did one 2 days later, because we don't do that anymore with any of the shows where we podcast twice a week about it. That's great.
Well, we had so many calls that we had to, and plus, we you watch it and you get as much information you possibly can, but you're still going to miss something. It's my favorite email though. I was answering emails. I've told the story before. Somebody goes, "Why don't you watch the show more than once before you effing podcast?" And I go, "Why don't you go listen to another effing podcast or something like that?" And I just about to send my wife goes, "Do you really want to send that?" Do you really? I go, yes, I do. Yes, I go, this guy's being an a-hole. I go, and so I said, all right, fine. I go, I understand there's other podcasts out there to listen to. So he sent the thing back 3 days later. He goes, I didn't realize you guys did a follow-up. That was your initial reaction podcast. I apologize for being such an a-hole. So if I would have sent the thing,
right,
my initial reaction was like, well, because if you come at me, I'm gonna come right back at you. Whereas my wife goes, "Come on," it's a little. I go, what do I care? He's not paying.
Yeah.
I did say that once. I said, because someone complained about us wasting that. I said, all right, send me a receipt of what we actually charged you, and I will give you double what you paid.
Well,
but that's just me. But normally, I'm a nice guy.
Okay.
So, is it okay if we played the Maggie phone call? I've been waiting with
you. You want to do that right now?
Yeah, because we have trivia too, right?
All right. And Chris want to talk
I
about
thought we
Deadpool,
were going
too.
to talk Deadpool, but no, that's okay.
Okay. Hey, I don't mean to step on anybody's toes.
Hey, Matt. We're afraid of you, Matt.
I guess he is the new Jay. He's like, I'll just take control.
Yeah. Do it my way.
Okay, guys, let's stay on time. Got to get it done.
Okay, I'm going to lay down on the floor here and just podcast for the rest of the night, laying down on my back.
Jay did say today, he goes, "Oh, that's right, you have to podcast today. I don't have to do anything." I said, I enjoy it. I go, this is my guy time. I'm not working. I don't have any friends. So.
Aw.
Not that you guys are my friends, but you know.
Okay, yeah. But anyway, send your hate mail.
All right, hey, really quickly, while Jack spools up the old voicemail tape, Deadpool just came out recently, right? So we're not going to get too spoilery of it because not everybody who's hosting the show tonight has seen Deadpool 2, that is. But I have to talk about one scene. I think the writers of Deadpool might listen to our show.
Really?
No, not really. But there's one scene. And now, Nick, you've seen the movie, right?
I have.
All right. So there's a bit of time travel occurring, which anybody who knows who Cable is a time traveler. So Cable time travels to present time and finds himself in the middle of like an open field, and two Southerners of the redder neck variation, sitting on the bed of their truck having this in-depth conversation. And that conversation was about how to properly wipe one's butt. And he perfectly and almost identically described my methodology that I shared on the show last episode or the episode before. He talked about the first wipe, the second wipe with he didn't use the brand that I used, but the bathroom, what do you call it? Cleaning tissues?
Towelette or whatever.
Towelette. Yeah. And the third step of drying up the excess moisture afterwards.
So you're saying that you have something in common with rednecks.
Yeah, apparently. Apparently I do. Clean buttholes. But I laughed out loud. I mean, other people in the theater.
That's why the South lost the war. They're too busy cleaning their asses.
I mean, other people in the theater laughed, but I laughed the hardest because I was like, "That's some stuff
That's me.
right there.
That's me. That's me.
That's some next."
Yeah. The things I laughed. I was the opening credits after the opening part. That montage, I was on the floor laughing with that.
So good
because it came out of nowhere.
I'm trying to remember who's in Deadpool because I'm trying to remember if I saw it or not.
Ryan Reynolds is Deadpool.
Okay, I did see the first one. Okay.
Yeah, and then his girlfriend is
Marina Baccarin.
Bracken, from Firefly, and now she's on Gotham. V.
She's so hot.
Yeah. How is her storyline in this? Like,
she was also in Homeland.
I'm not going to give it away. Yeah, she was in Homeland.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I just know that like, I guess that was one complaint about the first movie is that her storyline was a little bit more one-dimensional.
Yeah.
It's really one-dimensional in this one, too.
Certainly is, yeah.
Well, just checking.
Overall, 2 thumbs up. Had a lot of fun. I thought that was a really fun movie.
I didn't think it was as good as the first one, but
no,
on par, sort of.
Yeah. Maybe the best Marvel post-credit scene to date. Yeah. I think so.
I'm going to back you up.
Beep, beep, beep.
But it's good, yeah. I'm glad I saw it. Now I'm still debating on seeing Solo or not. But
you do a Star Wars podcast.
We messaged about this, right?
I know, yeah. But yeah, I probably will see it. Yeah, I'll probably see it.
You're such a rebel.
I might go see it tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll either see it Saturday or Monday.
Oh, is it out already?
Yeah, it comes out tonight.
Tonight, yeah.
Okay.
It's only got a 71 right now on Rotten Tomatoes, so that's kind of...
Well, I forget who said it, but someone said it's already projected as the lowest grossing Star Wars film ever.
Easily.
Yeah.
But I said I'd still take a piece of it.
Yeah, true.
I'll take the lowest money making Star Wars movie.
Well, it's like that bet between Spielberg and Lucas, of what would be more successful, Star Wars or Close Encounters, and they bet I think half of 1% of the gross to each other.
No way.
Yeah, and of course Star Wars ended up being better than Close Encounters, so Spielberg owns half of 1% of Star Wars.
Wow.
And he makes so much money every year off of that.
Wow, that's awesome.
And he needs the money.
He does.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. So that's good.
I heard he was on the street the other day.
Yeah, he was hurting.
Will direct for money.
Phone home. I'm not criticizing because he's rich. I mean, just making a joke. I'm not anti-rich.
Hey, I just want my half of 1% of the 1%ers.
Yeah.
Just half of 1% of the 1%ers. That's all I'm asking for. Everybody else can have less than that. It's the American way.
It is the American way.
So, or I'll at least just write a law that makes it that way. So, also the American way.
Good luck with that, because the people in the middle are screwing you over.
So
it's never gonna happen.
What was your reaction though, Chris and Deadpool, to the kid, the main kid who is the main goal? Because that really, I wasn't really interested in the kid at all.
I also was not interested in the kid at all.
Okay, that's the only.
That's usually the way in most movies. That's why when you get a show like a Lost in Space,
Danger,
where the kids can act or something like that. But when you have a show or a movie where the kids you don't care and they can't act, it kills it.
Yeah. Well, it's nothing wrong. Well, the kid in this one. I mean, I'm not giving anything away about the film, but so he's what do you want to call it? He's the goal. The kid is like basically there's a kid and like Deadpool decides to save him, and the kid is a character that his superpowers aren't really that cool, and
he's a token character.
He's a token character, yeah.
So he's kind of like the Guffin of the.
He's the Guffin, yeah, but he's also in New Zealand, so you have to hear that really weird accent all the time.
Yeah,
we have quite a few listeners in New Zealand,
but they definitely that role definitely played a little bit too. Breaking the mold. They did that in a few different spots in this movie. One with the teenage, what's her nickname?
Oh, right, yeah.
They did a little bit of it there.
The turtle.
They did a little bit of with the with X-Force.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I can't. I'm trying to like filter myself from spoiling stuff.
Yeah.
You can spoil people, just don't swear.
Yeah. The one thing I was a little bit kind of not perturbed, but like really was how short-lived some characters were.
Oh, I know it. Oh, did you notice though? That was one of the greatest. I didn't realize that who the one like the invisible one, who that was.
No,
Brad Pitt.
Dude, I thought I saw his face.
Yeah, it's Brad Pitt. And then there's one of the other ones. The other one was
hold on. You just spoiled the movie for me.
No, you didn't.
Oh yeah.
Because you see his face for like a split second.
For a split second, yeah.
Jack hates Brad Pitt, so now he's not even.
So funny. That is so funny.
Yeah, it was Brad Pitt and Matt Damon was one of the other ones.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Won't see a dime from me.
Nope.
That's awesome. That's awesome. But that scene though.
Okay, at this point, just give us the ending.
Does he live?
We really have not given away anything.
No, you've been pretty good.
How do you know you haven't seen it?
Although it was
vague enough that I have no idea what's going to happen in this movie. I really don't. Other than
I know Brad Pitt and Matt Damon are in it.
So okay, I'll say this. There's one scene where a whole lot of stuff happens. And at the end of the scene, you're like,
okay,
right? And as frustrating as that was, it was actually so good. Like it was just so fun. Oh man, you guys gotta go see it. It's a lot of fun.
Okay, Avengers or Deadpool 2?
Avengers.
Oh, okay.
There's no competition. I mean, no question.
It's two different
I'm just
movies. It's
curious.
like two different genres. I don't even think Deadpool's a superhero movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it is, but like I would actually look at that more as a comedy than anything else.
Now you're getting that whole debate. Is Batman a superhero?
Oh my god! You just reminded me of a scene.
Way to go, Jack.
Did you notice the callback to X-Men Wolverine origin, where when Cable fires the one bullet at him, and then he pulls the sword out and cuts it in half. Like it's a shot for shot copy.
Is it?
Yeah, I was like, that's cool. Like just that
good.
they did that.
All right, I'm going to spoil one line. I have to. I absolutely have to. So
Go ahead at this point.
If you don't want to hear it, skip ahead 15 seconds. But there's one scene when he gets back to his apartment. He had to explain why he was late. And he was like, yeah, I got into a fight with another caped superhero. And it got really ugly. But then we figured out both of our mother's names is Martha. And it was fine.
Yeah.
You guys have spoiled so much. Matt left.
Yeah. Actually, one of the favorite subtle callbacks to the first film was when he goes into the blind woman's apartment and he picks up the board, the floorboard, and what's in there.
Yep.
I was like, oh my god, that's so cool that's true. Because in the first movie, you think he's just lying to her, and then you're like, oh my god, it's like everything he said is in there.
He just punches himself in the face.
Yeah.
The movie it's really, really funny. Like the I don't know who wrote that. I'm not even sure. Did Ryan Reynolds write some of it? But
he did write some of it. Yeah.
Oh, because it's laugh out loud funny. Some of the lines from that movie. Just like the first one was. So if you liked Deadpool 1, you absolutely will like Deadpool 2. I think that due to originality, I guess you could say, that I think that Deadpool 1 is a better of the two.
Yeah.
But man, it's equally funny. Like I had a blast. It was a lot of fun. And you get a really cool reveal of the main bad guy. A potential lineup of a bad guy for the X-Force movie series, which is I think you're going to enjoy.
All right. And Nick, you recommend it as well, right?
I do recommend it, yeah.
Okay. And Matt?
I recommend it highly if you're high.
I might have to go see it next time again, but prepare.
Highly.
Be highly prepared.
All right, you ready to get to Maggie's phone call? There's two.
Sir.
I'm going to play the one that came in at 6:15 first. There's one 6:15 and 6:18.
I was hoping I'm panning backwards, but that's cool.
I'm going to assume that that's the way it is.
Keep us guessing.
So let's see. Hopefully you guys can hear it. What the hell did I do here?
Best produced podcast.
I hope she doesn't try to.
Just so everyone knows
talk
out there,
yourself.
Jack is holding his
okay.
phone to the microphone.
So while he spools it up again, a little teaser for after the voicemails. I got a really cool purchase that I finally pulled the trigger on. That I want to share with you guys. If you follow me on Facebook.
The
post. So don't.
I just
this is what we call a teaser.
okay. Well, I'm going to tease everyone and say that it's a triple-headed dildo.
Oh, damn it. And you'd think that we would have talked long enough for Jack to figure out his phone.
Yeah.
I'm back in like the year 2014.
Dude.
Gotta get back in time. Doom, 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 doom. I'm just assuming that Maggie was calling in about us trying to mansplain something. So,
No.
Did we mansplain something?
No, it was the call is about a recommendation for Chris's back, I believe.
My back?
What?
Your back troubles you were having last week.
Oh, spoiler
Back
alert.
troubles. What back troubles was that?
I was just wildly guessing at stuff that it could be.
I think you were talking about your back, how you were sleeping. You're breathing. That's what it was.
Oh, the sleep apnea.
Yeah.
Which I have not yet gotten my results for yet.
Oh. Huh.
Apparently it takes a while, I guess.
Well, you got to look at all of that sleep time. That's a lot to process, even for a computer.
The woman was saying it was 750 pages of information.
Wow. 750 pages of information. That's a lot.
Whatever that means. And what they were saying is like it's not read by a computer. So they actually literally get a 750 page printout in which they have like a bean counter essentially who sits there and analyzes the breaks and the jumps and all that type of stuff. It literally has to go through 750 pages.
I don't get it, man. Like, we live in a paperless world now. I mean, what the hell?
Healthcare.
Sometimes I can't tell if Nick's winking at me, or if he just has an eye twitch.
I haven't. Yeah, maybe I'm not. Winking
I got it. I'm ready to go.
Okay,
really?
Let's go.
Are you sure?
You got the reel-to-reel going?
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry to embarrass you there, Nick.
I have a lazy eye, Matt. God.
Jack, Nick, Matt, and Boston. It's Maggie from Northern Virginia. I'm calling in for the Ramblecast, and actually I'm just sort of saying all your names and being like, yay, I have met all four of you in person. That's really cool. Raleigh was super fun. 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago now, whenever you guys recorded, we missed you a lot, Boston and Nick. Nick, I don't think this came up in any stories, but I did put into the Cards Against Humanity a card that said when Nick bomb arms you. So that is an old story that like maybe 5 people get. So, but I was calling in because Boston, you were talking about sleep apnea and whether you have it. You probably know about that. So I have sleep apnea, and I was diagnosed with it like 6 years ago. My sleep totally changed, and it totally helped. I got to the end of the day teaching, and like by 3 o'clock, like I had no energy left because I wasn't sleeping well. And using the CPAP totally changed. I don't like to like nap in the car or at all anymore, or nap because I don't want my brain to not get oxygen because that's not good. So it is a little weird to sleep with it on your if you move away too far from the machine, the hose only goes so far. The mask can be weird. You can get smaller ones. Like I have a friend who has sleep apnea, and he has just something just for the nostrils that covers your nostrils. I have a whole a mask that covers my nose and my mouth because I get allergies and colds, and I was like, I don't want to be stuffed up and have that in my nose. So you can kind of decide which one works with you. I'm totally jealous that you got to sleep at home now. I do not have that option. I have to go sleep in at a sleep center, and it's just a pain in the butt. And they wake you up too early, and you're attached to all the wires. So that reminds me, I think I need to do another sleep study because they need to make sure I still have sleep apnea. So I'm pretty sure I do. So the tip I would just is to just sleep with it. Try to do it every night. You will sleep 100% more better. Other thing I would say to use is use like filtered water for the tank, for the water tank. I used tap water for a while, and it would be kind of gross in the tank. I use some reverse osmosis water that I get from a store around here, and that is not so gross in the tank. And then when I travel, I will use bottled water. So that is what.
Call to.
Well, that's the end of the first call.
Nice. So a couple of things there. I mentioned before, I haven't got my results back yet, but thank you, Maggie, for sharing your story about it. I'm noticing it now. Maybe it might be psychosomatic, and maybe I'm just thinking about it. But I have had like these moments in the middle of the day where I'm just like I actually fell asleep for a minute during Deadpool today in the middle of the day. I went and saw it. I get the feeling that I probably do have some type of form of apnea. As far as the mask goes, I can sleep anywhere. I have fallen asleep on my couch, like with one leg up on the couch 3 nights this week. I can literally fall asleep anywhere I am. I have once in college, maybe because I was still drunk, falling asleep standing up in the shower. True story. They had to call me from work because I was late.
Explains why they let you do the test at home.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Another thing too, like the sleep study place. I'm sorry. I feel badly that you had to do that because I had to go to one of those sleep centers to get set up with the machines or the diagnostic stuff. It's weird. Like you're in a strip mall and you go into this little office, at least the one I went to. And you're in this office and they have all these doors and it looks like a brothel. Like you're in the middle of this weird office and you open this door. And, hey, it's a bedroom. Like they actually do it up. They make it look like a bedroom with like wallpaper and like paintings and a dresser and everything. Like a little alarm clock and a little light. I'm like, it's just weird.
They rent it out at night.
Yeah, seriously.
Is there a menu on what services they offer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are there magazines?
Exactly. And then lastly, with regard to that call, don't use reverse osmosis water. Terrible for the environment. Reverse osmosis water is it's crazy. We had one in an I used to work for a company. You guys may have heard of them. You ever heard of Wayfair? Wayfair.com.
Yes.
You can go online, buy tons of stuff. I was like a very early on employee of that company before it was called Wayfair. In number 33, actually, employee number 33, I lost a ton of stock options when they went public. A little burns a hole in my soul every time I think about it. But they had a reverse osmosis water machine in the office, and we go up and fill your cup up, whatever. And once somebody found out like what the science behind reverse osmosis was, and they kind of like looked into it, it takes. I'm probably wrong with this figure, but it's something like obnoxious like this. But it's like 25 to 30 gallons of water are used to make 1 gallon of reverse osmosis water.
Okay, what's it do?
The science of reverse osmosis, I'm not quite sure exactly how it works. It's some type of like reverse filtration process. I don't know. I'm sorry, but I just know it just takes a ton of water to make.
Is the water healthier, better for you?
I mean, it's clean water. Like you're getting like really, I guess, high quality H2O. As
but you're wasting 29 gallons to get one.
Yes, yeah. That's the downside to it.
I wonder what happens to those other gallons of water. Are they just gone?
It's wastewater.
It's just wastewater. It's just.
Yeah, they use it as it goes into like just into waste. So yeah, that's all.
You can't recycle it.
I've reached the end of my knowledge on how all this
I'd
works.
assume that it's like alien's blood. You know, it just burns through stuff. It turns into acid.
That's cool.
This is my guess. It's an educated guess. Take of it what you will.
So reverse osmosis is a process by which a solvent passes through a porous membrane in the direction opposite to that for natural osmosis when subjected to a hydrostatic pressure greater than osmotic pressure.
You know, I go back to that whole people born in the 60s, died in the 60s and 70s, came back today, and we're talking about water like this, and like going, I just used to just turn on the sink, and the water would come out. I mean, water is more. This water is so technical now.
Well, think about anything. I mean, think about if you left 1975 and then came to today and you were looking for a payphone.
Ronald Reagan, he's an actor.
Yeah, exactly. The actor, Vice President Jerry Lewis.
No, I get it. There are no payphones. You can't find me.
Well, I mean, think about showing some, because I think they even did that on Timeless too, like where someone had a smartphone. Of course, it didn't work when they were back in the past, but that's like imagine explaining a smartphone to someone even just 30 years ago. Of like, I have the entire world's information on my phone.
It's amazing we still call it really a phone at this point.
Yeah, it's just a little computer, pretty much.
I mean, like, how many times do you actually use it to call? Like,
very few.
Myself. I mean, comparatively to all of the other.
Okay, I use my phone mainly to call.
Oh.
And as a rock, I like to throw it at people.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, I will surf the net, as they say.
It's a good cocaine mirror too. So,
Yeah.
All right, so I've gotten some more accurate information about how much wastewater is made. It's a 4-to-1 ratio.
Oh,
No, that's
Still-
not as, that's not as bad.
It's bad.
No.
I mean,
Can
I'm
you recycle the wastewater though?
Don't know.
Can you ship like the 3 gallons that are wasted to like another?
Well, they say this is funny. So he goes, so how much water does reverse osmosis waste? This is a very political way to say a lot. It says the answer is very subjective. It says there's no doubt that there will be water wastage when you use reverse osmosis water filter. However, having a permeable pump will reduce the ratio of the water wastage with the production of drinkable water by 1-to-1 rather than a non-permeable pump, which is 4-to-1. So.
People in San Diego shouldn't be using this water because they don't have that kind of water to waste.
So I may have been way off by 25 gallons to 1, but
so
But
don't sue us.
They have spare time though. It's not like they have a sports team to go watch.
it's true.
No, they don't. They don't.
Speaking of like, I don't know why, because it's been so long since we podcasted.
We still have another call.
No, yeah. Let's finish the call.
Yeah. I'll shut up.
Well, after you bash my city.
Hey, you don't live there.
Hey, Ramblecast guys, it's Maggie again. Apparently, I can talk about sleep apnea for a while. I was almost done too. So I'd be careful and not use tap water. It got kind of gross, but that is my 2 cents. And yeah, if you do, you will start to sleep better. Jack, if you're snoring, you might want to see about a sleep study. I'm not sure if I was snoring or not. I just know my sleep totally changed, and I was feeling super tired every day, like way earlier than I should at 3 o'clock in the afternoon instead of like 10 o'clock or whatever. So yes, it's definitely not good, and you'll sleep much better. So thanks guys for making me laugh, and I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.
Well, thanks, Maggie.
Goodbye, Maggie.
Thanks, Maggie.
And we've all met Maggie, so we're all cool with her. We're all okay with her.
Yeah.
I love Maggie.
Even you, Matt.
She has a good
Yeah, we went to Fireball Island and back. So I mean, we're dedicated to that game. So it was good hearing from Maggie. I'm just glad that it wasn't like she was calling in and trying to tell us something about sleep apnea. Oh wait, that's what she was calling in about. Okay, better luck next time, Maggie.
Well, you fell asleep during the call, right? Is that the?
Yeah, I am a little tired.
Actually, my snoring started when I got hit with the puck in the face.
Oh, that would do
So,
it
yeah.
right there.
It's funny. Matt started when he got attacked in the face.
I actually had an extra nostril there for a little flap. So.
Nice.
Well, we do thank Maggie for the call. Hopefully everyone could hear those clear because I was playing it through my phone. And Des has sent something in, but I have locked myself out of that email account, so I got to figure out how to get back into it. But I will figure it out. And I don't know. Someone's changed the password on it. I cannot figure it out. I asked Jay and Colleen. Colleen sent me a message back right away saying I never had the password to that, and Jay never responded.
You're a technological wizard, Jack.
I'll figure it out. Yeah.
Hey, before we get into trivia, I want to share with you guys something I picked up or finally received this week. I've been super pumped about this. I actually wanted this item years ago when it was actually a Kickstarter project. I never backed it. I wish I did. I would have saved a boatload of money. But I finally received it. I'm going to share my screen so my fellow hosts can see what I'm talking about. I'll also post a link in the show notes on Facebook as well. But I wanted to show you guys the Solo stove. Can you all see that?
Yeah, I saw. Yeah.
I saw a picture that you.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm super pumped about this. So, give you guys a quick.
Is that after the movie Solo?
Looks
Yeah,
like
right.
So?
Give you guys a little bit of a background about Solo Stove, the company. So Solo Stove, the company, started off making campfire or camping equipment, so camp stoves. And what's really cool about these camp stoves here, like the one I have on the screen, this one's probably about the size of a coffee can. But what's really cool about this is that you actually just need to put in like twigs, right? So little bits of twigs inside this little stove. will produce enough heat and efficient fire to kind of to actually, boil a pot of water or whatever. It's because of the technology they use in the stove itself. So I think it's a stainless steel drum that is a double wall. You'll see there's little holes here in the bottom.
So it's not gas. It's not gas or anything.
Nothing. No, it's just wood. So you can see right here, I'm hovering over these little holes in the bottom, and as well as there's holes up top here and the inside. And what it does, it just it superheats the air and has like super hot air being recycled through the stove itself. But anyways, they came out like a couple of years back. They came out with this guy, which is the Solo Stove Bonfire.
Oh yeah,
and it's the biggest one they have. It's the same technology. It's just bigger. And you can see it's about 20 or so inches in diameter.
I like the guy opening up the box with a hatchet.
Yeah, right.
Nice.
And I ordered one of these things. I had a couple of coupons. If anybody who's interested and actually might want to get one of these, like, let me know. I think I might be able to find a coupon code that's going to save an extra $50 or $60 on top of the sale.
My wife would love that. She would totally dig that.
Does it use 29% more fire than normal stove?
No, it's actually
4 times more gallons of water.
It is a super efficient fire, though. Like, how many times have you had like a campfire, and once the fire's over, you got like charred logs like sitting there or whatever?
Right,
just to give you an idea of like how efficient and how hot the fire gets. I used about 20 pounds of firewood the other day, which is probably about 6 or 7 logs or so. And it was reduced to like 5 ounces, maybe like a just a little bit of ash. So it's as advertised. I mean, that's the best way I can say it. People might call it like a gimmick, but it looks nice and it works super well.
I would call that small one a can solo.
Hello.
Can you cook on it? Can you put like a
you technically could because it is stainless steel, right? So it's clean. But yeah, you can probably just buy like a little grill top for it, and you absolutely could cook on top of it.
Now, my question is, I assume it's pretty easy too. Like, since it's just after you're done, it's just all ashes at the bottom.
You just dump it.
Dump it. Yeah. Okay.
That's all you got to do. Yeah.
Chris, you have the slide attachment on yours.
yeah. So I posted a picture on Instagram and Facebook of the first burn that I did last night with it, and the depth perception of the photo looks like I set up my kid's slide that dumps right into the fire.
It did. I thought the same thing. I went, "Wow,
have fun, kids."
He usually talks highly of his kid. I don't know.
And there's about 8 feet in between the stove and the slide.
It's like hot coals. Just tell you just have to use your mind.
Yeah, Danny DeVito style, of course. No, but yeah, I can't speak highly enough. It's not inexpensive. I mean, it's not. Yeah, it's pricey. Is what I'm trying to say. I think they retail at $349. They have a Memorial Day sale marked down to $299. I think
there's no propane and stuff like that, so that saves you money, right?
Yeah, and it's marked down to $299 for like their Memorial Day sale. But I'm not sure if it's one of those like sale tactics that's always going to be the price is $299.
Right.
But there's a couple of coupon codes. I'm not going to start throwing coupon codes on the podcast, but I end up paying a lot less than that for mine. Would
you take it on Survivor? Use it for a Survivor fire making challenge?
No.
Okay.
No, I won't. But if anybody is interested in getting one, just hit me up on the group or whatever, and I'll get you some of the codes that I use. Or you could probably just Google Solo Stove codes and you'll find them yourself.
Try can solo. Just try it.
Yeah, where is it? I've got it. At least I thought I did. There's an app somewhere attached to my computer where it does that. Where if you're online, it doesn't matter what site you're on. You click this button, and it searches the internet for any discount codes that are out there.
Really?
For that product. Yeah.
But I typically just go to. I typically just do it the manual way, and I go to Retail Me Not or whatever it is, and search for whatever codes are out there. Oh, couple things. Unexpectedly, it came with a bag, like a travel bag, and which you can use as a cover as well because it's super light. You can absolutely bring this to the beach or wherever you want to go.
It's something maybe Dan would be interested in,
perhaps.
Body bag
and
carrying that on the flight, are you?
Also,
disposing of humans.
Yeah. That's true. It's its own personal cremation.
If you're the serial killer, this is the product for you.
Burn it up and with half the fuel.
And you don't have to sit and wait around afterwards. You just dump the ashes out.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, it's worth it for me. Like I'm super pumped that I made the purchase, and it was it's great. I can't wait to use it again.
You could almost say that you're fired up.
Totally fired up.
Matt with the hot jokes.
What I was going to say was just a quick little thing is that so the next day after we podcasted last week, a friend of mine who had recently quit from work was like, I'm going to knock out some stuff that I haven't got to do in California before I leave. And I was like, well, what are you doing tomorrow? And they're like, I'm going to go to Universal. I was like, I want to go. I haven't been since 1988. So
it's still the same, isn't it?
There's some changes to it that I remembered, but she got us the express passes, so we knocked out all of Universal Studios in 3 hours.
Oh wow!
They still do the tour when they say just 30 seconds ago, such and such was just right here all through the tour. You just missed some big star because they were just right here the whole time.
Right.
It's actually you just missed someone groping someone else, and your own special #MeToo moment live on this stage back.
Now Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, I know.
Man.
I think
we could have seen that coming, though. I mean,
I wasn't shocked with that.
Yeah,
it's his granddaughter.
Yeah, so
but still,
tarnish on the God movies.
It's somebody you want to like.
Yeah,
he was the president and God.
Yeah.
And
anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
Perfection, but anyway, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say like the main change. The main change that I remembered was there. There's a little water area that's like a half a hexagon, and in the 80s that was the Miami Vice display. And I remember when I sat down, I was like, "Oh, this used to be Miami Vice, 30 years ago." And of course, they were like, "What's Miami Vice?" And I was like, "It's a TV show." And I was like, if I remember correctly, I was like, something's going to burst out of the wall right there and like land on the water towards the end. And it was like a boat or something for Miami Vice or a helicopter.
Spoiler.
Yeah. And then, sure enough, it was a little biplane that came out. And I was like, oh, yeah, it's something. But it was pretty cool. They got us all wet. And
they said, yeah, why don't you tell us about Deadpool, too?
Hey, we didn't spoil that. Okay, Francis. I don't know. Yeah, it's fun. It's a good time though. The Harry Potter ride was really awesome.
They don't have the ET ride anymore, right?
No.
Or back? Was it
all that stuff? All that stuff is gone now. Like you have
Back to the Future is gone. Right?
Back to the Future's gone. Yeah, you have Fast and the Furious, Despicable Me, The Simpsons, Harry Potter, Walking Dead.
Walking Dead.
Yeah, it's like a maze.
They give out pot on the Harry Potter ride.
They do.
It's California.
Yeah.
It's usually like a guy selling.
Gotta get the full experience.
It's free in California. They just hand it to you.
They just hand it to you.
Then you cross the borders. They welcome to California. Get high.
Get high. Yeah.
You guys are just animals out there.
Yeah.
That's why you got to in and out, get animal style. There you
go. Just providing some political overflow there.
Way to save it there, Jack.
I'm doing the best I can.
Yeah. But, no, it's fun. I liked it. I was really happy to be there because like I said, I hadn't been there for 30 years, so it was nice just to get out and do something.
That's
yeah. But they have the Jurassic Park ride too, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, they've had that for a while.
They've had that one, yeah. But it was because we had the express passes. We just went to the front of the line every single time, and I remember walking and passing all these little kids, as you could tell, had been like waiting there for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, whatnot. And I remember like you kind of look at them like, but it's like some of those rides, you're definitely after you're done, it's like, damn, if I waited an hour for this, I'd have been pissed, just because it's not worth it. That's
the fun at Disneyland when you get the VIP, when you get the fast pass.
Yeah,
and you're walking by people going.
But you only isn't it Disneyland or Disney World? You only get to do that like once or twice, though.
Well,
right?
you can only get a pass. I think like every 2 hours. You have to plan it out perfectly. So.
Okay.
But you still get to walk by people, and it's great.
Yeah.
We were at Disney World, and we had the Fast Pass, and the guy's like, "This line's just the regular line's not that long." I go, "We have Fast Pass," and the guy kept trying to convince. He goes, "It's like 5." I go, "I have Fast Pass," and he just kept looking at me like going, "But I go, I have Fast Pass. I held on to this for 2 hours. I'm using the Fast Pass. I don't care if it's not really saving me any time." So we just walked right on by. What's this Disney magic crap? I have a Fast Pass. I waited till 8:06, whatever it was, right? What do you
I don't know. I
trying
think
to
we got the slow pass on Jack there.
On his internet there, yeah.
Oh, it went out. But what is it hurting that we would go on the Fast Pass? What's it hurting? What was the big deal? Anyway. I'm over it now.
That was like a nice story that turned into a Jack rant. It was like, It was great. We were like, but then
we were happy.
Just pissed me off.
Well, it's just sometimes it's like you got to pick and choose your battles, right? In life, Chris, Chris, you wait on the public, right?
A little bit.
I mean, just time to pick and choose your battles.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you arguing with me? Get out of my way.
You realize, sir, it's a small world ride. You don't really want to use the Fast Pass on this ride. I don't care.
It wasn't as a small world. It was the rock and roll, the Aerosmith one, rock and roll.
Yeah.
Hear me. Hear me, people. I'm taking it on the ride.
But I remember, being in Hogsmeade, the Harry Potter thing, and hoping that when they do the Star Wars world and Disneyland and Disney World, that it's as good as that, because you do feel that you're in that world.
Oh yeah, looking forward to that.
It's opening soon, right?
2019, I believe.
2019, yeah.
2019, all right.
Of course, I'm naturally a smart ass, as everyone out there knows.
Really?
When you walk into the one
noticed
in LA, they have the train right there at the beginning, but that's it. It's just the train. And I looked at the guy, the conductor, who's like talking to everybody, and I was like, "Hey," I was like, "Where's the 9 3/4 station?" And he's like, "That's in London, sir." And I was like, "Then why aren't you in London?"
He had to keep his Disney smile, didn't he?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was just like, oh,
what an asshole.
Yeah. we probably thought that exactly about each other at the same time. And then, of course, I tried the butterbeer, which I couldn't stand because it's just so super sweet. Have you guys had that? Or have you guys been to them?
I've never had butterbeer, no.
So the butterbeer is like in the Harry Potter world. It's the things that all the kids drink when they go relax,
Those crazy kids.
But
it's like everything's great, but her beer.
Butterbeer. Yeah. Oh. Basically, it's like think if it's just cream soda, butterscotch with a hint of vanilla in it, and you've got it. And it's just super, super sweet. Basically, if you drink that whole thing, you will have diabetes by the time.
Are you a hummingbird? Sure. Have this nectar right here. Drink it straight, kids. Go off.
It's 1 in a million.
Experience.
1 in a million. Yeah. All right.
So
it's better than Han Solo.
Oh, come on. We haven't even seen it yet. I could have gone to see it tonight, but I thought, why not just podcast with you guys?
Well, thanks. Thanks for taking the.
I didn't really have a choice, did I?
you had a choice.
I got you.
Okay.
Anyway, so you want to do the trivia?
Yep.
Let's do it.
Finally. I mean, this has been a long awaited. This is like 4 weeks in the making.
Well, we have questions from Dennis and questions from Chris, so we'll combine them.
Let's do it.
Well, who's going first?
Matt can go first because he unfortunately was unable to go see Solo tonight. This is kind of like a makeup call for him.
Okay, sure. I'll go first.
And who's going second?
Nick can go second.
Nick will go second, and Chris will go third, and I will try and read these questions. This is from Chris. Hey, guys. It's always fun listening to the Ramblecast. Good move getting rid of Jay for Matt. Keep those
popular opinion.
It is. Keep those top 10 lists coming, Matt. We'll return.
Don't have any. Sorry.
With the we didn't ask for one today because you do it on their podcast. With the return of Westworld, I have some trivia questions about the cast.
Oh.
I hope they're not too hard. Number one, and this is for Matt. Jeffrey Wright Bernard was in Casino Royale 2006 and Quantum Solace in 2008. What character did he play?
Oh, crap. In Quantum of Solace?
Quantum of Solace and Casino Royale.
Oh, he played...
I know it now.
Well, someone's going to get it. Because I have no idea. He played Mr.
Wrong.
Grimly. I don't know. I really don't know. Mr. Paradox. Dr. Kubertoon.
Nick, do you know the answer?
It is Felix Leiter.
You are correct, sir.
So close.
And I'll give this bonus question for Nick since he got the he said he has a bonus question here. Who played Felix Leitner,
yeah.
in Dr. No?
Yeah, I don't. I know he's a white guy with dark hair. I don't know the actor's name.
Famous actor from a TV show.
Barry Gigolo.
Chris, do you know the answer?
No clue.
Matt, do you know?
Dick Van Dyke.
It's not Dick Van Dyke. It is Jack Lord from Hawaii Five-0. Book him, Dano.
Makes sense.
Close.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah. It was Dick Van Dyke. He did the good English accent that he had.
Yeah.
You're going to die, Mr. Bond.
Mr. Bond, watch out.
You're going to die, Mr. Bond. Okay.
It's a lovely day with Mary. Sorry, I just imagine him going into a song.
Number 2, this is for Nick. James Marston, am I saying that right? Teddy played what X-Man in the X-Men franchise?
Oh, come on. Why did you get this?
I would freeze up on it right now. I know who it is.
You guys were just talking about it earlier. When you were spoiling Deadpool.
He's the lamest X-Men. I can't remember his name.
Chris, I think, knows it because he's got that I know it look on his face, and he's next.
Why am I forgetting the superhero's name?
Matt has that look like I got to use the restroom. Hurry up this trivia.
All right, go ahead. Take it, Chris.
It would be Scott Summers, also known as Cyclops.
Yep,
that is 100% correct.
It hit me just then.
Wow.
And there is no bonus question this time.
Wow.
Shannon Woodward, Elsie, starred in a sitcom from 2010 to 2014. Hint: Cloris Leachman was in it.
What was the question?
Shannon Woodward, Elsie, starred in what sitcom from 2010 to 2014? Hint: Cloris Leachman was in it. I used to watch this show.
Okay.
No, I have no idea.
Also, she retweeted one of my shirts, and I'm sending her one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's not a good look for you, Chris. It's like you're being a Clockwork Orange over there.
My contacts are drying out.
I take mine out when we record.
Oh, I have no idea.
Chris does not know. Matt, do you know the name of this TV show?
I'm
just
going to take a stab in the dark and say Hot in Cleveland.
It is not Hot in Cleveland. I was hoping you'd get it right, but you didn't. Nick.
I do not know.
It is Raising Hope.
I never saw
Never seen the show. I just
Exactly.
figured Florence Leachman, a Hot in Cleveland show. It's got a bunch of old famous women.
Yeah, okay. Next up is it Matt? Question number 4. Anthony Hopkins, Robert Ford, played a character in Bram Stoker Dracula in 1992.
Oh, yeah.
What is the answer?
Oh, who did he play?
Yeah, who did he play?
He played... I don't know who he played. He played... God, what the hell?
No,
these questions.
God was not in this movie.
I think it was the dude. The dude abides.
Nick, do you know the answer?
I do not know the answer. I've only seen it once.
Felix Leitner. Sorry. Too late.
Chris, do you know?
Van Helsing.
You are correct.
What?
Wow, he was an old Van Helsing.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 for Chris, 1 for Nick, and Matt. Well, whatever.
Does this help, Chris? Because I can start doing that with my
No,
eyes,
I'm
too.
sorry. I keep doing my contact lenses fall off my eyeballs.
You want some eye drops? I got them right here.
Yeah.
This question is for Nick.
All right.
What are the names of Luke Hemsworth, Stubbs' two famous brothers?
Oh. Chris and Liam?
You are correct.
Wow.
Yeah, it's funny. I didn't realize that was the Hemsworth's older brother until recently. He was interviewed on some show. I was like, that's kind of cool.
It's an acting family.
Yeah.
And a handsome family, I guess we can say.
For sure.
Hate them all. Let's see. This question is for Chris. Which Westworld actor played Bud Brigham in The Abyss?
Well, you froze up there, Jack.
I'm sorry. Which Westworld actor played Bud Brigham in The Abyss in 1989? And I would have known this.
I know this.
Oh.
This is for Chris.
Oh, yeah. Man in Black.
Oh. Yeah.
Will. What's his name? I forgot his name.
Yeah, you're on. You got it, but you got to get this.
Ed.
You got this difficult name.
Harris.
Ed Harris. Correct.
I could have had that.
Oh, you knew that answer.
I know. I don't know much, but I knew that one.
He almost quit during that film because he actually had to hit her during the
Oh, really?
When she drowned? Yeah, he actually had to hit her. And they had to do it so many times that both of them almost quit. Mary Elizabeth, whatever.
Master Antonio.
And Ed Harris, and they almost quit over.
Love The Abyss, though. It's a good movie.
It's one of.
I haven't seen it probably since 1989, but it is a good movie.
I'm a big fan of Ed Harris's work. I liked the movie Pollock.
Pollock's awesome. It's so good. Yeah.
The right stuff.
Right stuff. Yeah.
Right stuff. Yep.
He's done a really good job. Truman Show, Enemy at the Gates, lots of.
Truman Show.
Apollo 13.
That's right.
Anyway, number 7. This is for Matt. In 2007, Simon Pegg movie did Thaddy Newton.
Thandie.
Is it Thandie?
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. Thandie Newton Maeve star in.
Wait. Say that again?
What 2007 Simon Pegg movie did Thandie Newton Maeve?
Okay.
Her character's name is Maeve. Star in.
Okay, Simon Pegg. So it's either I'm guessing it's either Shaun of the Dead or Hot Fuzz, something like that. And I'm seeing that someone's shaking their head no, so that's given me a helpful clue there. Thank you for that. Other Simon Pegg movies that I can think of is Star Trek, but did that come out in 2007? No.
It's a very under.
Yeah, you won't
known.
I'm looking at the title. I have no idea.
And it's not Run Fat Boy Run, which is another Simon Pegg movie that Nick has talked about on the show.
I only know this because I did a Google search for Thandie Newton. I think she's hot.
Yeah.
Okay, that's true.
She was in ER.
I'm going to go for the deep cut though with Run Fat Boy Run, just because it is a good movie.
Yep.
And you should see that movie if you haven't already.
Directed by
You are correct.
Boom! From downtown.
And Matt, there's a bonus question. You get to try and answer it first.
Oh, crap.
In what 2018 Star Wars movie is Thandie Newton appearing in?
I'm gonna guess
Wow.
Solo.
You are correct.
Bam! What? I feel
You mean
like
there's another 2018 Star Wars movie?
It feels like there should be, right? Like this Christmas, So let's finish the saga up, people.
There you go. This question is for Nick. What does Tessa Thompson, Charlotte, play in Thor, Ran-dork, 2017?
Ran-dork?
I don't have my contacts in.
It's okay. I think Thor Ran-dork is.
Crap.
Wait, who?
I can't read it because I don't have my contacts in.
I think Ram-dork would be a good villain, though.
Ran-dork.
Ran-dork. Ran-dork.
Oh my God! I didn't know that was the same person.
Ragnarok.
Yeah, Ragnarok.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Ragnarok. Yeah,
but that's okay.
All I can see is Rag.
Ragdork.
Ragdork.
Ran-dork, run!
There's good things about having your contacts in and bad things.
Both you and Chris. Huh?
Mine are out.
This
for Nick.
For me.
This is for Nick. Yeah,
I'm just trying to think of.
he's trying to type it as fast as he can.
As fast as I can. I mean, I don't know what her name is. I know she's a Valkyrie. That's all I know. So I'll just go with that.
That's the name. Yeah.
Oh, is that her name? I just thought. Okay.
Oh, yeah, I thought that was her name, right?
So right now we have, with Chris coming up, we have Chris with 3, Nick with 3, and Matt with 2. So it's anyone's game.
I will say, up until you read that question, I didn't even think about them as being the same person. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Are we done?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I can't see. I'm on the questions. I can't see you guys. All right. So next is Chris. Who directed the original 1973 Westworld movie?
No idea.
Wow. You're not even going to give a stab at it?
No.
You've heard of him.
Okay.
Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, right. What year?
1973, the original with what's his
Kubrick.
New.
No, so close though.
So close. Who could it be?
Oh.
I'm racking my brains now too. So, I'm gonna go probably with one of my favorite. No, that can't be it. It can't be that person.
It could. You don't know.
Well, he directed Dune, but I don't think he directed this movie.
No, this was a good movie.
This was a good movie. So it's not David Lynch then? Because it has that Lynchian feel all over it. All right.
No.
I just cracked the bed. Go ahead. Apparently somebody just looked it up. Nick?
Yeah, I'm going to go with A Shot in the Dark, which I think is the correct guess. Because he wasn't dead yet.
I had no idea.
Is then the writer of the story, Michael Crichton.
You are correct.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I've never seen the original.
It's not worth watching.
Oh, no,
I mean,
come on.
I think for its day, you could have appreciated it, but it's really dated now.
It's dated, but
Michael Crichton.
they basically use the concept of the movie Westworld they make it into the movie. I mean, it's
right. It's the same thing. Yeah. I mean,
it's the same. I mean, it's hard to believe they were. That was my biggest fear. I was like, how are you going to make this into a TV show?
But night and day differences than, like, let's say the Karate Kid becoming Cobra Kai. Right? Like night and day differences between Westworld, the movie, and the TV show. I mean, there's some similar things that they do, but
but the story. But for 1973, the story is fascinating.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What's his name? The villain. Unless it's one of the questions later on.
Oh, Yul Brynner.
Yul Brynner. Yeah. It was like he just never dies. It was basically the Terminator.
Right. This question, who's up next?
It would be Matt, I think.
Matt, who plays the villain in Westworld?
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I'm kidding. What character does Rodrigo Santoro, Hector, play in Lost?
Wait, what?
Rodrigo Santoro, Hector, play on Lost.
I don't remember him in Lost.
Well, okay. Rodrigo Santoro.
I don't know. He was
that guy. Oh, okay. I'm thinking of the other one.
The Tom Cruise.
That one.
Wait. It's not. No.
Matt.
What?
Come on, dude.
Rodrigo Santoro.
Is it? Oh! It's got to be Pablo.
Damn it!
What did you say?
Or Nikki and Paulo. It's Paulo.
Okay, because you said Pablo at first.
Well, I'm thinking about Pablo. Blah 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 blah.
Escobar.
Yes, exactly. What I'm thinking about. Thank you. I knew that Escobar.
I was thinking of the other guy, the one that's with him when they were, making him drink the nitro and all that. I was like, oh, that.
Yeah.
And so after the first set of questions, we're at 3 for Matt, 4 for Nick, and 3 for Chris. That was.
I'm winning. Okay.
Thanks, Chris L. Thanks for sending in those questions. Next ones are from Dennis. Totally pleasant coincidence that both questions have to do with the weekend of the meetup this year. So it's a good thing that I have to wait until the Ramblecast before the meetup. Yeah, so you're way ahead of yourself there because the meetup's not for another 50 weeks, I think, something like that, right?
Yeah, way
9 weeks.
got plenty of time. Nick might even come. We don't know.
It's true. You never know.
Maybe we can do a live podcast then. Chris, maybe you could make it too.
Maybe.
And then maybe we could have Matt could do a podcast with someone else.
What? Come on. I mean, you're really throwing. You weren't even there. I'm just happy that the broadcast had me on their show. So
anyway,
That sounded like Jay.
Why are you guys flipping me off? I mean, really,
I'm really glad that you invited me on. That's what it sounded like.
All right, get on to these questions.
whose turn is it?
Nick.
Yeah.
Nick.
All right. Question number 1. There's only 5 questions on this thing, or 4.
Oh, hopefully we can break this tie.
So,
Yeah,
this
exactly.
correctly.
There's 3.
May 6th is the anniversary. I didn't write. This is Dennis. He lost it. Cards Against Humanity, so he's probably a little upset.
Huh.
He knew ahead of time he was going to lose. May 6th, the anniversary of the Hindenburg crash in Lakehurst, New Jersey. The Hindenburg left Frankfurt with 97 passengers and crew aboard. How many of those survived the crash? And I'll take the closest answer to it. How many survived the crash of the Hindenburg? Oh, the humanity! Oh, it's crazy! Oh my God, it's so sad. It was on time.
83.
83 survived of the 97. Okay.
You didn't tell us it was 97.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
you did.
I did say 97.
You did say 97.
54.
54. Okay, and Matt.
All right, I'm going to go even lower than that and say 53.
53. Oh, trying to squeeze him. The correct answer is 62. So, Chris.
Oh,
that correct answer.
damn.
knew
So
that.
close.
Yeah.
Should have gone higher on that one.
This question is for Chris, who's right now could take the lead here. Of the 27 constitutional amendments, which amendment was became law the fastest from the time they were approved by Congress and sent to the states for ratification? Which of the 27 amendments was the fastest ratified? And this is for Chris. You got a 1 in 27 chance of getting it.
Second Amendment.
The Second Amendment, that is incorrect. Matt.
I am going to go I don't know. What about the 21st Amendment?
The 21st Amendment. No.
Damn it.
So close.
People like their booze.
26th Amendment.
It is the 26th Amendment. The 26th Amendment giving 18-year-olds the right to vote for president was the quickest to be approved, 3 months and 8 days. And that was a mistake that we all have to live with. I'm just kidding. I was happy when I was 18, got to vote. All right, this question is for Matt. Which state was the 38th state to ratify the 26th Amendment, thus making it become law?
What? The 38th state? Oh, man.
What state was the 38th state of the 26th to ratify the 26th Amendment, thus making it law?
I'm just going to take a wild stab and say California.
That is incorrect. Nick.
Massachusetts.
That is incorrect. Chris. This can tie you up. Tie you up, man.
26.
Yes, we're talking about the same amendment.
26. It's the 26th state, you said?
No, the 38th state.
38th state to ratify the 26th Amendment.
38th
Making
state.
it law.
I know. It's a
the
riddle in a riddle, man. A rhyme wrapped in a trivia question.
In an enigma.
See, I think that Massachusetts would probably be very quick to do that. So not Massachusetts, clearly. You also just got that wrong.
Well, Massachusetts lets anybody vote, right?
That's California.
Them too.
That's true, yeah.
Let's go with Maryland.
Maryland. That is incorrect. The correct answer is, you want to do another round?
Nope.
Okay. North Carolina.
That was going to be my next question. That was going to be my next question.
That was so close.
It was. I was like, it's got to be like. Why would he include it? It's like a random fact.
Okay.
It's back to me.
Question number 4, and I think this is Nick question.
It is.
12 Constitution amendments were proposed on September 25th, 1789. Proposed amendments 3 through 12 were approved and became Bill of Rights. The Bill of Rights. Proposed amendments number 2 was eventually approved. How many years did it take to become a law?
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
6.
I'll take the closest answer on this one.
Okay. 6 years.
6 years. Okay, so the second, number 2, the second proposed second amendment was eventually approved. How many years did it take the law? Okay, you're saying 6.
Yeah, I could be wrong. I mean, almost. Okay. Yeah, who knows?
All right, Chris. This is
What's the answer now, Chris?
this is
3.
high. 3. Okay, and Matt.
Whew, it's going to be high or low from this, and I really don't know. So
That's
I'm going to go. I'm going to go 7.
7. Well, Matt, you are the closest. What is now the 27th Amendment took 202 years to be ratified by enough states to become law. Ratification was completed on May 5th, 1992, plus 7 months and 10 days.
I thought you meant when was the next one after?
I just read the questions how they're.
Yeah, I got a point. Thanks, Dennis.
Number 27, delayed laws affecting congressional salaries from taking effect until the next election of representatives. In fact, I think there should be just term limits. We don't have to worry about it. All right. So after all the trivia questions are in, Nick, you have 5, Chris 4, and Matt 4. So Nick steals it.
Woohoo!
That's it.
I needed that one after.
Take your win, Cobra Kai.
Right. No mercy.
Look at your trophy. Take it home.
That's actually another point they need to bring up is the fact that, Daniel, how did Daniel compete in the next year? Because he was, it's called under 18.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Karate championship. He already had graduated.
But maybe he was a young.
He was young in his class.
But then the kid that he fights though, in Karate Kid Part 3 is also older. So it's like, well, something's not right there.
Well, then maybe I don't know. I've never seen 3.
You saw how excited they were when Daniel arrived in Cobra Kai when he came to the tournament. They were all excited when he got there, so they probably just let him slide. He probably bullied him into.
He probably did. He intimidated. Yeah. He was on the board.
Yeah.
So
anyway, is that it?
He's the main sponsor.
He's the main sponsor.
Yeah.
Are we finished? I think Chris is done.
He checked out like forever ago.
All right, guys.
Wait. Chris has given us the 1 minute signal.
No, I was just trying to get something, but not be loud.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Sure.
Anything else you guys want to finish up with? Any plans for this weekend? You got?
Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah. Any happenings? Any?
I think I'm going to go look for those Westworld locations, and then got Paul Simon on Monday. So
that's cool.
Oh, nice.
That's cool.
So, I'm going to go visit my sister in
nice.
upper northern Indiana. So,
she's too good for Ohio.
I don't know. She thinks that the Patriots are a good team, so she's all screwy.
For real.
They're a great team.
Hey, is Luck going to be playing this season?
I have no idea. I have not followed.
Should have kept Peyton Manning.
We're not going to go down that road again, are we?
I'm officially done. I'm done with the NFL. I'm checked out. I'm done. I'm just done.
Yeah.
Until San Diego gets a team again, which will never happen. I'm done.
I am kind of PO'd about this rule that they instituted today.
I don't know. There was actually been a very good debate on the political overflow thing about it, and there's
the national anthem.
Yeah, because I mean it's a good debate. I really like the debate because I can see both sides of it really.
Yeah, I just don't like it. I think it's I don't know. I don't want to get into a debate at the end of the show about the whole thing, but
yeah. I mean, I'll just read.
I think the NFL is caving.
Yeah,
under the pressure of.
Well, they're caving because they're sliding, and I don't know if that's the way they're sliding. I mean,
there's 100 other reasons why they could be. I mean, there's concussion protocols put in place.
They're taking 3 teams out of major markets in the
fact that the Patriots always win. I mean,
cheat and
But I will say that on all of the years that Jack and I covered football together, and I'd mentioned it. My comment is that they implemented this, players being out there with the national anthem recently.
The NFL made money on making it was some kind of promotion thing that the NFL made money
for the military. Yeah, the military.
For military. Yeah. The military paid money to get the. To me,
and that gets screwy too because they're a nonprofit organization, which I get it. They do good things for but it's like on that level, you're a nonprofit, and yet if you live in a place that you do have a team, and I know that Jack would like to tax the Californians into a stadium, but if you do live in a place where your taxes went up, sales tax went up because of the stadium,
I'd be okay with it.
Right, if you live there, and the idea of a new stadium is very enticing, but when your taxes go up and they never go back down,
well,
this is a little frustrating because it doesn't really.
That's always called being an American. That's America.
Yeah, but it doesn't always bring in everything that comes with the glamour. Hey, you're going to get a Super Bowl and you're going to get this, and isn't that cool?
It doesn't. But how many things do we have to pay taxes on that? I pay tax on stuff all the time that I never use. Ever.
Sure, but I would rather
I pay taxes on it.
Sure, I would rather know that the school system was actually in better shape with better funding to the schools than
Good luck with that.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that's just my 2 cents about the NFL, it being a nonprofit and the whole using the national anthem as kind of this way of.
My point has always been, it's America. If you want to stand,
right, stand.
Stand. If you don't want to stand, don't stand. I stand. I'm going to stand. I would stand. If I was the only one there, I would stand. It's just what I feel I should be doing and I want to do. But if the other 60,000 people don't stand, I'm not going to spit on them or anything like that. It's like that's what they chose to do. And I just don't care. It became a bigger issue than it had to be. Mm-hmm. And I really did. Again, it's America. We don't force people into we all have different people. Everyone tries to convince people their way is the right way. But it's America. You should be able to choose what you want to do. And that's all I'm going to say on that subject.
Tired about even talking about it.
Another day.
Sure, no problem.
I'm sure Bill Belichick's already trying to cheat the system on how to use this to his advantage. Mm-hmm.
Probably
they'll film other players just outside the locker room kneeling and.
Quick, what do you guys take a knee? We can get a 15-yard penalty. Put us back in field goal range.
Don't hate us because you didn't do it.
Hey, wait. I was a Patriots fan last season, so I can say that, can't I?
Now, if the Patriots do or do not take a knee, is it patriotic? Either way. That's the debate.
I would still like to see them fix the rule where a team, after they score, the defensive player can actually strike another offensive player. And the penalty basically is that the next team, once you get the ball, it's just moved forward and they can just basically it's no penalty at all. There's a free spot where a defensive player can just knock the block off of an offensive player after they've scored and get a penalty for it, but it really doesn't hurt their team at all.
I agree. I've agreed with that for the years.
Yeah, and it's a free play in the system that sometimes you'll notice it'll happen, but they'll penalize the defense. Well, that team, when they get the ball as an offense, when they get to kick off, they basically just have a shorter field that they're kicking off from. And nothing really happens because the other team just gets the ball back.
And they're changing the kickoff rule anyway, aren't they?
Are they changing it again?
I think they're going to change it where you just take the ball on the 25-yard line, I think, which already helps the Chargers. So, but
anyway, it's a free play that basically defensive players can just hit an offensive player.
The most important thing
close that loophole.
I think they should do is get all the referees to agree what a catch is.
Oh man,
Yes.
yeah. Good luck with that.
because
Catch.
you can watch if you're watching the NFL. If you're watching NFL, what's the
Red zone.
Red Zone channel? You can literally watch like 3 plays. It's the same exact play, and it's ruled differently every time. But I don't watch the NFL anymore, so I'm out. I still have my Padres.
Your pod race?
Hey, they have a nice stadium, so back off.
One of the best in the business.
Hey, at least they're not the Dodgers paid $300 million for a team that sucks.
Hey, they made it to the
Yeah, it's great,
World
but
Series.
they suck this year.
yeah. Well,
And that's great. I hate the Dodgers.
I mean, I go, but like I don't root for them.
Yeah, that's fine.
It'd be awesome if Dyson actually like sponsored a stadium. Just somewhere.
Come on out to Suck Stadium.
Yeah. So
Hoover.
Yeah, that'd be the other one. So
All right. I think that's it. I think we've done enough bad puns today to last us a lifetime.
I tried to drive us there.
If you like this show, go give us a 5-star rating on the. We haven't had a review on the Ramblecast review in like a year and a half.
Yeah.
Really?
It's been a while. I just went and checked the other day just for fun, and it's been like a year and a half. So nobody could take the time. I'm not calling anyone out, but nobody could take the time. And go. I'm gonna give these guys a 5-star rating.
Yeah, I think it was Mike. Mike was the last one to give us a.
Yeah, and
review.
he gave Jay and Chris a compliment. I think.
It was me and Chris.
Was it you and Chris? I'm sorry. I apologize. I knew it wasn't me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he said, "Let's face it, Nick and Chris are the talent of this podcast."
Which is fine. I don't care if he was drunk when he posted it. He gave us 5 stars, and that's all. But now that Matt's here, and Matt's been here for what, about 4 or 5 months now, Matt?
I don't know. It seems like it.
Yeah,
It feels like years.
and not just this podcast. It's been like 5. He's been on here. Give us a 5-star because of Matt and his top 10 list.
I will try to bring a top 10 list next week.
All right.
I will do my best. Okay.
And also we had the voting on the Netflix thing.
That's true.
Where you, the listeners, pick what show we're going to watch on Netflix next month in June. What did they pick, Matt?
Evil Genius.
Evil Genius.
Travelers came in runner-up, just a couple votes. So
sometime next month, we will give our review on Evil Genius.
Apparently, Chris has already seen it, so his homework
Yeah,
is done.
I watched it and I just finished it, so I can't wait for you guys to do the same.
All right, cool. Anything else we got going on? We got our. If you shop Amazon, you can shop Amazon. Go to Amazon.com/JayandJack, or just go on JayandJack.com. Click on the little button that says Shop Amazon, and every little bit helps all the podcasters here. We also have a patron. All these podcasts are here for one reason: the patrons.
Yeah.
If the patrons weren't paying big bucks to keep this talent here, Nick and Chris, they would be bolted to another podcast already. Am I right?
Right.
I'm currently recording another one on my other computer right now. That's why I keep muting myself. I just go back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
But it's hard. It's tough keeping talent like this. You know, you got to keep negotiating and renegotiating. It's tough. Yeah. But you can become a patron. Go to patreon.com/JayandJack, or just go to jayandjack.com. Little button says become a patron. Every little bit helps. We're still looking for that first $1 million person, but we'll take anything, $1 to whatever. This time we'll thank 5 patrons. Tack from Tokyo, Eka Richter Glaffler, Molly Millennial, Ed the Creepy Letter Carrier, and Maggie, who called today. Maggie the Magnificent. Thanks for doing what you do. And thanks for everybody who does what they do. And all the patrons, if you go on our page, there's a little page where we thank each and every one of you for doing what you do. But that's all I got. Hasta luego, and goodbye.
See ya.
Bye.
Great show, guys. 1 in a million.